What is up, everybody, and welcome to the show. This is episode 78 of the Life of Gaming podcast. My name is Jamie, and I'll be your captain on this cruise of video game awesomeness. And you all know my co-host, Mr. PlayStation himself, Josh Brant.
Pew-pew. Hello, James. What's up?
How's it going, man? How's your wonderful,
That's my
wonderful
arms
evening?
impression. Arms.
Did you enjoy ARMS, sir?
I did, surprisingly, which I'm sure we will get into a little bit.
Of course. But before we do that, we must first say that Chris is not here. So all you YouTube people, you don't have to worry about commenting this week. But
we're going to be so happy now. It's amazing.
We have a very special returning guest. If you've been listening to our show since the beginning, you'll remember him very well. He is the man with the history lesson plan. My brother-in-law, your friend, Matt.
What's going on, guys? Been a long time.
How's it going,
that was
man?
A nice intro,
it's been
man.
how many months? And since you've been on the show?
Probably since before Wesley was born, I think, and I was on for another couple episodes, and then just life got in the way.
And how old is he now?
Yeah, he's a year. He turned a year
Wow.
this past early May, I guess.
Time flies, man. It's been a whole year without doing the show.
I know, it's pretty close, probably 10 months or so.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But things are going well for you, right, man? Things are going good?
Oh yeah, I just got done with the school year, relaxing a little bit. Super pumped about E3. It's coming up
Awesome.
soon.
Actually, before we get into what we've been playing, since you haven't been on the show in a while, I know this is our third-party prediction episode, but I figured let our listeners know what predictions do you have for Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony.
That's right, because I listened to the last few episodes, and I was pretty intrigued by some of your guys' picks. Who do you want me to go first?
Whatever order you want, man.
I had the best right, though.
Of course. Always.
Which one was your top one, Josh? I'm trying to remember. Your outside of the box one.
My outside of the box. For Sony, I had Bloodborne 2, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a sure shot, man.
Yeah, I could see
See
that.
Matt scribbling down some notes. I gotta change mine.
So for Sony, Bloodborne 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, now. You could say, how about Dark Souls 4?
Ooh.
Dark Souls 4.
That would never
I don't know, I think it's too soon. Didn't 3 just come out?
Yeah, and they already said they're not doing anymore. But they will.
Yeah, they could keep it alive, or maybe down the road. I don't know.
So what do you got, man?
So for Xbox, since they're the first to present, I believe that with the Scorpio, it's going to release, obviously, and they're going to announce it. They're going to basically say it's got virtual reality support. I think, Jamie, you had already kind of said that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think the virtual reality support is not going to be one that they've developed and they pull out as a surprise. They've really, over the last few years, been trying to turn their Xbox into a PC anyway, with the Play Anywhere and the connectivity and all that. I think they're just going to open up Oculus Rift support. And just Oculus Rift is now compatible with the Scorpio. I think that's probably since they made a deal with them already.
Sure.
That's probably the best bet. I do think they'll have a game ready that was designed by, and this is pretty outside of the box, but you guys remember, what was his name? Casey something, who worked on the Mass Effect series. He was the writer.
Okay.
He was the main writer for that?
Yeah, he was the main writer. Yeah, he left to go work on Scorpio or HoloLens. I think one of those two things. And I think HoloLens, as much as I think it's more PC oriented, I think he also might have got switched over to work on just the virtual reality projects in general that might align with Xbox. And I think he's got a game ready.
Oh, that'd be cool. That actually is really a good idea for Xbox to get into this field. Show it would actually work way better than what the PSVR does, just because the system, if it's supposed to be this high-powered super machine.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, and definitely. I think it's going to be costly. I mean, I don't think it'll go for $399. If they don't go for $399, they're kind of dead in the water already because price difference is going to hurt them. But I think it'll be more like $450. I think they'll try to go low, but they can't go any lower than that. And then I got, as an exciting one, Battletoads.
Oh yeah, I totally
game.
forgot. They've been promoting that like heavy for a long time, and outside of like cameos, they haven't done anything with it.
Now the weird thing is, like, a lot of times we like to look at these games and imagine them coming back, but the only company that can actually take an old series and turn it into a new form is Nintendo. I don't think Battletoads, like, I try to imagine any time that I've played a like a 3D world beat 'em up, it's always been terrible. The Turtles game recently was terrible. There's hack and slashes, which are good, but that's different from beat 'em up.
Sure.
So I don't know. I honestly think they do it as a like an Xbox Live Arcade game, and it's alongside some other things.
Okay.
It's like an old school, like a kind of like how Sonic Mania is coming out on that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Who do you think it would be developed by? Battletoads.
I think Rare. I think they'll just use one of their smaller studios, like maybe the one who did Rare Replay. They'll work on a full Battletoads game or something like that. That like that part of their studio, while the main studio is working on Sea of Thieves.
Okay.
Or that the main team. I think Sony is going to unveil their version of the Game Pass, a Netflix-like subscription service where you get so many, like 100 games or so. And if they don't, they should, because that is a really awesome idea. Actually, I did the trial for it on Xbox, and it's a lot of opportunity.
Now, Brant, remind us, how does PlayStation Now work? Is that like a Netflix service?
It is. It's totally streaming, so you can't download a game before playing it. It just streams over the Gaikai purchase that they made. Therefore, I've never used it, but from what I've heard, it runs pretty well. But for like games that require Twitch precision, it can be a little off, and it's not ideal for that. So it's pretty much something that you can play like older games with, but like the newer stuff, you're not going to want to mess with it. So Sony really messed up, because Microsoft's making the right move now, just saying, hey, you can download this game and play it for a month. You know, if you want something else, just uninstall that and re-download something else with this Game Pass. So yeah, Microsoft definitely hit it right with this one.
I think, well, I don't know if it's talked about too much, but it's a pretty neat thing. I think if Sony doesn't have it or doesn't announce it or doesn't make an update to PlayStation Now, they should, because I think you really get a kick out of it getting all those PlayStation games on Netflix service.
Yeah. Well, if they need to get backwards compatibility,
right? They're still waiting.
First of all. And change our bloody names, for Pete's sake. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
I don't care about that because I like my name, but for the millions of others.
Brant, can you do custom gamer picks on PS4?
What do you mean custom?
Well, like on my Xbox Now, I've got a picture of my dog for my gamer pick. Like, you can use any photo you want as your gamer pick.
Oh, yeah. If you're close friends with somebody, you can use like your Facebook picture.
I was just curious. Yeah. Okay, Matt, what else you got?
With the Game Pass, they're going to reveal the Spyro collection that launches with it, and it'll be updates of the original Spyro trilogy.
Okay, cool.
I do have, technically it's like that was supposed to be part of the Game Pass. My second one was actually a Star Wars PlayStation VR flight sim game, like a full-on flight sim X-Wing versus TIE Fighter type game for VR.
So not just the
which
demo,
would be
full-on
awesome. Game. Yeah, full, because I know they came out with that demo, but I mean, like, I'm talking full-on, like, people are ready for that, because that's like the perfect venue for for VR. I think it's better than first-person shooters.
Sure.
And then Ratchet and Clank, a sequel.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And
now,
that's supposed to be a big one.
I'll say Ratchet and Clank is going to be, it's always been huge, and the only one they have on PS4 is a remaster. So,
well, it's not really a remaster.
It's a reimagining. How about that?
Yeah, a reimagining. Yeah, because it's new assets and it's a new telling the story. Because I played the Ratchet and Clank collection, like the original trilogy, when it came out on PS3, and I played what were the 3 games in that one trilogy?
Crack in Time was the last one.
Yeah, Quest for Booty.
Yeah, Quest for Booty, and there was another one. I can't remember. Brant, I mean, you're not really a Ratchet and Clank guy. Do you remember what the trilogy was on PS3?
The Ratchet.
There was Quest for Booty, Crack in Time, and there was one other one.
There's one before Quest for Booty. Was it Tools of Destruction?
Tools and Destruction was PS2, I think.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So,
but it was a 3-game series. Yeah.
But I think they'll do a sequel using kind of the same assets that they used for the one that released like last year or whatever.
Sure.
Tell you what, a lot of times I'm known to be a pretty much an Xbox guy, filling in for Chris tonight. But I finally went through and I watched
Don't
a
tell people
full-on
that. You know, all this hate.
Yeah, no.
No one hates us. It's just Chris.
It's true.
We love you, Chris.
I watched a full-on playthrough of Uncharted 4 because I played the first 3 and obviously never got to play 4 because I don't have a PS4.
Yeah.
That game looks like it was awesome. Like I was very pleasantly surprised considering how long the development took and how the lead writer left and stuff. And I know it was received well, but I didn't realize that like how much I would get a kick out of it. I know I'd play it technically, but just the story was a really good story.
I actually considered doing that, watching the cutscenes. I mean, I know that you're not getting the full experience, but I'm really curious to how the story ended because I, like you, Matt, I loved Uncharted on my PS3 last gen. So
you would honestly get enough of a storyline to follow it really well.
Sure.
There was a lot of cinematics. It took like 2, almost 3 hours just of the cinematics. And the ending was really good. Cool. I thought the ending story with him and Elena, like, not to say too much. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, was that the end of your Sony ones?
Yeah, Sony and now Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo. Mother 3 English translation. Obviously, got to have Mother 3 in their English translation.
Dude, that kind of disappeared. People thought that was going to happen on Wii U and never did.
I think they're just waiting for Switch.
Sure.
New Metroid.
Okay.
I do think, though, Brant, it's not going to be 2D. I think it's going to be 3D. And I think as much as people want 2D, Nintendo, once they move to that, like, deeper level, they don't usually go back, except with the exception is the new Super Mario Brothers, but they were still alongside that making core Super Mario games.
Sure.
Zelda, they'll make 3DS versions of top down, but they'll still keep their Zelda franchise. I think Metroid, we had Federation Force. They would anger people to death if they just came out with another.
If you want angry comments,
kind of game,
bring up Federation Force.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. That actually wasn't too bad. I played the free Blast Ball or whatever it was, where the multiplayer, and there's like I don't know if there's a demo for a couple missions. I played it somewhere. It was actually kind of fun.
I'm sure the game alone is great and fun, but with the Metroid title, no one wants to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man, Metroid's gotten a lot of hate because with Federation and with Other M, like they were both just hated on. Really bad.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other Nintendo series that gets that much hate, like when a bad game comes out.
I think Other M was deserving. I don't think Federation Force was as deserving. I think it was more that nothing else came out with Federation Force. Like if it would have launched alongside a mainstream Metroid game, people would have been like, "Oh, here's a really fun one alongside the big one." But now my last one is Retro's new game. Retro's new game is a new IP, so that's not anything new. But I'm going to go one step further. It's a Kid Icarus game.
Oh, okay.
You said
it's a full-on
new IP though.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. That's what I was going to say in my notes. I said I used to say new IP.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was
now you're saying Kid Icarus.
There you go.
You
made it a little. You made it a little.
Yeah.
So
can't get anything past that beard, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No. Yeah, last year I said
big,
new IP.
hairy, smelly, sticky beard.
Okay, last one for. You have any more for Nintendo, or is that it?
That was it. Because I think Mother 3.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Mother 3. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll shut up for now. Sorry, I had to get this out of the way.
Well, actually, to keep you talking, or do you want to stop talking? Because we're going to jump into what we've been playing.
I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go.
Let's talk about what we've been playing. I guess I'll kick it off. I haven't kicked it off in a while. One game that we talked about last week, I'm still absolutely loving. Injustice 2 is fantastic. Finished the storyline.
Nice.
Now I'm doing the multiverse stuff, unlocking a bunch of stuff for that. And it's kind of like another game we'll talk about in a second, where as you do stuff, you get loot boxes, which unlock new gear. And it's just so much fun. The combat is so really, really good. Really enjoying that. And actually,
who do you like playing as?
When I play, I normally play, a couple different people. right now, I'm really digging Superman a lot. I really like Superman. Flash is great. I play as Blue Beetle. There's just a handful of people I play as, and they're all pretty good. The funny thing with Superman, I'm not a huge fan of flying characters in the game because they kind of hover and a little bit slower. But Superman's like just the right mix of speed and strength. He's awesome.
Dude, Scarecrow and Black Adam. I wreck with those guys.
It's so much fun. But actually, speaking of fighting games, I haven't played it yet. I just got it today. But I'll be playing through Tekken 7, reviewing that for We the Nerdy. So hopefully that'll go up on the site soon. The other game I've been playing, my wife and I, we have been playing through Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. We just finished the second movie of 4. So we're having a blast with that, having a lot of fun. Still, slowly working our way through it. Normally what happens, I solve the puzzles. My wife just likes to go around smashing things and collecting the gold pieces.
Brittany, smash!
But she has so much fun. She's like, I gotta get that blue gold, the blue stud
You're
piece.
trying to do this puzzle. You're like, Brittany, stop!
And she'll just run off and be like, oh, look, there's something over there. And she'll run off. But, we're both having fun together. So and if she's feeling well, we talked about possibly going to go see the new Pirates movie this weekend. So
nice. Sterling 36 critics score.
But
I don't care. I enjoy the movies.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, they always. I mean, I know what I'm getting out of those movies.
Yeah.
So I'll enjoy it. But the other game, which Chris is not here, and I think this is the reason he's not here. Last weekend, Xbox had a free trial for a little game called Overwatch.
I told you
and
guys.
Chris and I hopped in there, started doing the free trial together. And I've been on the fence about buying this game forever. But with the free trial, I'm like, it was down cheap enough. I'm going to get it. So I went ahead and spent the $30, bought Overwatch. I've been loving it ever since. But I enjoyed it from the beginning, but it was one of those things that it just didn't, like I played the not the demo or the beta, whatever, when it was first announced. Played a lot of it there, but it didn't really hook me. With the free trial, I started playing. I'm like, that's it. I'm going to keep playing this game. So I went ahead and bought it. I am 100%, as far as favorite character, Tracer. All the way. Super fast speed, be able to teleport and shoot. Tracer's by far my best character. Then I would go with May, the one that freezes stuff with the ice gun.
Oh, the annoying.
Building up walls. Really good with May. And my third, because I played as every character. One thing I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure I gave every character a chance before I kind of settled in on who I would use. So it would go Tracer, then May, and then Genji, the ninja, who throws the stars. I really like him a lot too. So those are like my 3 go-to characters.
You seem to be an offensive-minded person.
Yeah, it's so good. Such an awesome game. Yeah. And the reason I said Chris isn't here, Chris has hated on Overwatch every single day he's been on the show.
Our listeners are well aware.
Yes, and I'm ruining the surprise, but I don't care, Chris. You're not here. But we played together. He bought it. He bought Overwatch. His main character is Mercy. He's a healing class. And like, as a team, is me running his Tracer, shooting a bunch of people, teleporting out. He would heal me. I teleport back in. Like, we were just, I've gotten player of the game, I think 3 times now. But we were having so much fun. And now he's like, I love Overwatch. Those words actually came out of his mouth. So it's a big change of heart for him. I expect to hear a lot of
praise from me.
But it's so good. It lives up to all the hype. And Matt, I keep telling you, man, you gotta check it out and play with us. It's so much fun. The more people you have together, the better it is.
Now I remember why you didn't actually get into Overwatch last year. Because it released last year, right?
Yeah. It was the same time as Battleborn.
Yeah, that's it. Battleborn. I got into Battleborn.
I really, because that is true. Because I was playing Battleborn over with our friends over at the work print. They had it too, and we had a lot of like game nights just playing Battleborn. And I got and so I was playing Battleborn while other people were playing Overwatch. It was kind of like the 2 teams fighting each other. Of course, we all know who won. Obviously, Battleborn. It's still there. People don't really play it as much. And I still go down saying Battleborn was a good game. I loved Battleborn. It was really, really good. But once the player base kind of fell off, there wasn't much reason to go back to it. But that's it for me, Brant. So I'll kick it over to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we've all probably dabbled in the ARMS test fire.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Totally forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That was great.
There's another one this weekend. So,
yeah.
Actually, by the time this is up, it'll be over. But
yeah. I played a little bit before we started recording tonight with Eli with the motion
cool.
controls, and yeah, it's great. Once you get that, there's actually some skill involved. Like the motion controls aren't just wave your hands around and pretend like you know what you're doing. There's actually some finesse to it, which I enjoy. And yeah, it's once you have the skill, like we were winning most of the matches, which is nice.
Sure, you were. Don't have any proof, but I'll take the word for it.
It was like 3/4. Okay. I wreck with that mech lady.
Oh yeah, Mechanica.
Oh yeah.
With the hammers, if you go double hammers, you can just take people out so easily. But yeah,
every time I was the mech, I faced the ninja. Well, I beat the others, but when I faced the ninja person, they would always teleport, and I didn't play long enough to get down where they were going to teleport to, so they snuck around and hit me.
Yeah. The ninja sort of OP in a way, but you can get around that. Like she has a jetpack, which is nice. They all have their little perks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in the final version, you'll be able to switch all the hands between all of the characters, which will be nice. And yeah, it's a game that I'm going to buy now day one, just because my kids and I like to play it, and it's fun. It's easy to play, and there's, it looks like Nintendo. This is going to be Nintendo's next big IP. I don't know if it'll have the staying power of, say, Splatoon, but we had a good time, and it's better than a lot of fighting games I've played. So I'm enjoying that. I haven't really been playing too much else, to be honest with you. Like I said, I played a little more Prey.
Oh,
Prey. Yeah. So I got a little further. I'm probably about halfway through, and it's disappointing because it's not meeting my BioShock expectations. I wanted to set this high because
I've heard that.
Yeah. I probably set it too high, but in the end, it still has a nice story arc and lots of exploration, which I enjoy in single player first person shooter games. So that's pretty fun. And then that's all I've been playing, really.
Okay.
I mean, Injustice 2, I had to return that. I played this through the story, and I have a question for you, James. Yeah. If you play it the second time, at the end, you can choose who you want to be.
Yeah.
How do you earn the last Dark Side? I think is the last character you're in. Because if you beat it, you earn Brainiac, but I'm not sure how you
Right. Well, actually, Dark Side's DLC. You have to pay for him. He only comes with the season pass.
Okay, but there's two different storylines depending on.
Right. And I went through in 100% of the story. Pretty much all it gives you is more gear and things like that, and you can just see the full story. I mean, that's pretty much all it gives you.
Yeah.
You didn't miss much. Did you go with Superman or Batman?
I went with Batman.
See, I went with Batman in my first playthrough too, just because the way the story's set up, I felt like I was more on Batman's side.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I went back and played as Superman.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but I had to return it. So I'll probably rent it again and then finish that up. But like you said, the multiverse and all that stuff, it's really well laid out. The character customizations, like their gear, it's like so varied. It's pretty awesome.
It is.
Like you can really change up someone's appearance a lot. So,
and with that, it took me. I think the time on my story was like 6 hours.
Yeah, it was about 6 hours for me too. Which that's pretty good for a story game, and then for a story in a fighter. And it's not like it's overly cheesy. Like what's going on in the way. So. Yeah, it's got a
comic book series, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's actually a story arc to it in the comics, and it's actually I think it's better than most fighting games out there if you're just a casual guy like me. So pick it up,
and it's really easy to pick up and play too.
Yep, I agree. D-pad all the way, man.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. D-pad all the way. But okay, Matt, it's been a while since you've been on the show. I don't know what. I mean, you've been busy with the school year, so you really haven't been playing that much.
Yeah.
But any games to bring up?
A couple months ago, I actually took a Friday off from school to go to a midnight release of a little system called the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yes, I was there with you.
Dude.
In the icy, snowy cold.
Freezing in the cold.
We got pizza.
Yes, and picked up Breath of the Wild and 1-2 Switch. And then that night, I think once it was up, I got Treasure Trove, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. So got the neon version, which you guys can see right here.
That's beautiful.
And you see the green in the middle?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I got a skin. So it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle green, and then you have blue for Leo, red for Raph, and then when I get to gray controllers, I got skins to put on orange and purple. So I'm gonna have all the turtles. So I was a big Turtle fan. That's right. No, it was Breath of the Wild. I think it's all right. I think it's actually pretty bad. No, I'm just kidding. That is the best game of the year.
Now all the hate is raining down.
Yeah, never mind.
No, it's no, by far the best game of the year. The best game I've played in a while. Totally turns the whole open world on its head in the sense that I think the biggest thing for me is back in the day I got really burnt out on open world games. Like it was when oh goodness, Infamous, I played that, and it was around the time that Assassin's Creed was coming out with a new entry every year. I went back and played the Sly trilogy, and Sly 2 and 3 were kind of mini open world games in these little areas. And it was always go to this point, go to this headlight, and then in this mission you run to these 3 places and press A or press X.
It's all because you platinumed LA Noire, right?
Yes, that that one too. The best Rockstar game by far to me. I mean, I know I'm the only person in the world that will ever say that, but LA Noire, it's so underrated. It's so great. But I got so burnt out. I've hated open world games for probably the last like 6 years. I've played some. I've played through the Assassin's Creed games. I enjoyed them, but I've hated them because I just get so sick of the run to this point on the map, do that person's mission. I couldn't even get into the Fallout series because of that. It was just too much. It was like, I don't want to do this for 50 hours.
Sure.
And then Zelda comes out and it's this, there's 4 points you have to get to, but you can do whatever you want in getting there. And then it was just so, and you can literally go wherever. Oh, so great. So great.
Yeah.
It's just, I like what Chris said when I was listening to you guys' old podcast, which I got to do a shout out to Chris. Thanks for taking over for me. I hope I'm doing a good job of talking half the time like you normally do. I'm doing that tonight for you. No, I'm just kidding.
In your face, Chris.
But no, Chris is pretty awesome. Most of the stuff he says I agree with. Post Switch, pre-Switch, he was all like, "I hate Nintendo." If you guys remember that?
Yes, because his 3DS
died. Because he broke his 3DS.
He had so much love for Nintendo that he hated it.
He was in a very dark place.
Yeah, post Switch though, I agree with like most of the stuff he says. But no, Breath of the Wild, incredible. I've been playing also. What else have I been doing? I did do the ARMS demo, which I felt like an idiot because for the first like probably 4 matches, I was switch Joy-Con like this, like you do for every other game.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't because I didn't really pay attention to the screen. And then I realized you actually have to turn. I was like, why is my guy not going left or right? I don't get this. I was getting all frustrated. And then finally, Bremy texted me and was like, are you holding it sideways? I was like, what?
Are you actually holding it like a fist?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I felt like an idiot. That was great. And then recently I've been doing Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
You like
finally catching up on the Assassin's Creed series. Yeah, I got about 2/3 of the city conquered, and I'm about on memory 5 or 6, something like that. I really like how you can switch back between Jacob and Evie, and Evie's more stealth, Jacob's more brute force. They have their own stories going on. It's a strong Assassin's Creed entry. I know that series is overblown, but
I mean, honestly,
it's kind of making me excited for the new one.
It's tied. Man, it depends on the day you ask me. I always say Brotherhood is my favorite, but my gosh, Syndicate is right up there. Syndicate is so good. It brings greatness back to Assassin's Creed. Make Assassin's Creed great again.
Get Trump on that bandwagon.
Oh my gosh. Okay, man. Anything else you've been playing?
I think on the Switch. Once You Switch was actually underrated, but horribly priced. Sure. I think it's a lot of fun. I played it in a lot of party settings. It's actually pretty fun, but it was not worth $50.
Sold it. I sold it back. We had fun with it, like the little time we played with it, but it's like, I won't be playing this with friends, you know?
Yeah. I think other than that, I haven't really touched my Xbox. I've been pretty busy with the year. But yeah, a lot of Madden this past year.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh,
great.
so much Madden. It was great, dude.
Oh, by the way, who's the fantasy football champ, guys?
Right, yeah, sure.
Oh,
sure, that's
man,
right.
yeah, you did win. That was great.
Kelly in the first round.
That one, I passed on. Oh, man, I that still burns me today, man.
It really burns your biscuits, man. But with that, let's hop into our news section and what we call Captain's Log. But now that we're out of the
your screen is not frozen.
Now that we're out of the console-specific stuff, let's talk about all the systems and all the news. We'll kick things off with Xbox, like we normally do, with a little game which I actually haven't picked up in a while, but maybe I should. Microsoft and the Coalition have come out and said that Gears of War 4 is getting its biggest update ever. On June 6th, they're rolling out the free DLC called Rise of the Horde. It's going to add 2 new difficulty levels to the campaign and Horde mode, Inconceivable and Iron Man difficulty. So when you beat the one mode, you can go, that's inconceivable. But it's going to add 20 new achievements. And it's also going to see the return of 2 fan favorite maps from previous games, Avalanche and Rustlong. It's also going to bring major updates to Horde mode itself. They're adding 15 new Horde skills to the skill trees. It's going to add new loot drops, and it's going to all existing skills can now be raised to level 6 with the update. Finally, the season pass holders will get a free Gears pack that contains 5 of the new Horde skills. Last, just to go along with this, from June 9th to June 15th, if you haven't played Gears 4 yet, you can download a free trial that lets you play 10 hours of free play. With that 10 hours, you can play the first act of the campaign, but you can also you also get access to all the Horde mode, versus mode, all of that stuff. So you get 10 hours to play multiplayer as much as you want, and the first act of the main game. So that's not too bad. But that's it. Now,
Gears multiplayer is really good.
It is. But the thing is with that, like Chris and I co-opted the story. Now, Matt, you finished Gears 4, right?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I had this weird kind of experience with sagas. Now where like initially when they're meant to be a trilogy, the first trilogy is great and you reach the climax of the story, and then when you get the fourth one, it's still enjoyable, but it's not the same quite experience. Like I really liked Gears 4, but that's just purely looking at story. Like if you look at the gameplay, it was awesome gameplay, super smooth. Some of the new weapons were great. Multiplayer was super fun. I didn't play much of it, but it seemed to be updated from 3 and 2, which were some of the best multiplayers of last gen. No, it was great. I mean, it was a really good solid playthrough. Interested to see where they take it with 5 whenever that comes out.
And well, actually, it's technically Gears 5 because Judgment was in there, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe I should hop back into Gears 4 because I've got it on my system and I haven't played it in a while. And it looks gorgeous because it's got HDR and all that stuff. It's a really pretty game. So maybe I will hop in because I know Rob, we've had on the show multiple times. He plays it quite a bit. Maybe we can get a group together and start playing some Gears. If you're a listener of the show, you got an Xbox, you like playing Gears 4 Horde mode, reach out to us because we would love to play with you. We actually have, speaking of Xbox, a Life of Gaming Xbox community group on there. Go ahead and find it, join it, and we'll start playing games together. Be awesome. But,
I need somebody to save me because I'm terrible at multiplayer. So just keep reviving me. That's what I need.
On the PlayStation side of things, there's not too much PlayStation specific, but there was a possible leak, guys. It's E3. A possible leak on Reddit of a picture of a box of a brand new gold PS4 Slim. So it looks, it's a gold. Austin Powers reference for the win.
I love the taste of it, the smell of it. Why do I sound like Italian with that?
But apparently it was taken by a person who works at Target. And they claim the system's coming out June 9th. Also in the picture, you can see that is a 1 terabyte hard drive on the system. Now, Brant, do you think this will get announced next week at E3?
I hope not. Hopefully it's something they announce before E3 to get, because I wanted their conference. I finally got the tickets to the PlayStation experience. I'm so pumped. Yeah. It's at the movie theater last year.
That's a smart idea.
It was so awesome.
You left me at my house by myself.
I know.
Alone.
For a bunch of
fellow PlayStation
I was there.
fans. Yeah. And we
I
had
think that's
a blast.
Really smart thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like a concert.
Yeah.
Remember when Kojima walked down? We all stood up and just were cheering.
Did you cry?
It was Chris. Yeah,
Oh.
it was Chris's ult. Like if he was there, he'd just start crying with joy because we know how much he loves Kojima.
Chris loves Kojima. He does not hide his love for Kojima.
Seriously?
No, he hates Kojima.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I guess
I've
you
listened to
wouldn't
some,
know.
so I should know
Yeah,
that.
you wouldn't know that. But yeah, it's so awesome. I'm so pumped to go. But yeah, I just want E3 to be like boom, 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 boom. Here's our stuff.
Yeah.
Vita 2 at the end. There we go.
Boom goes the dynamite.
I will say that game though by Kojima, regardless of how good Metal Gear Solid is, I will never touch that Death Stranding game as long as I live. That creeps me out. The guy with the I mean, I know that the dude's a good actor and everything, but a dude on a beach, naked, with an umbilical cord attached to a baby, that's just earth.
Dude, who thinks this stuff, man? I can't wait. I don't know how the heck this thing's gonna play, but I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No.
Sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say that the whole like theater thing is perfect because E3, as much as it's about the content, and usually after the initial reactions settle down, people really look at the content and they're like, okay, this company did have some good content, this company did. But Sony always has great shows. Even in the years where they lack in content a little bit, they have great shows. And that late night evening, the timing, they do that sort of like 9 o'clock, everybody's excited, everybody's more energetic. They're no longer in business form, they're in casual form. They cheer a lot more. It works for them. Well, I guess it's 6 o'clock out west, but
perfect. Just because you remember stuff like that, you know, you remember the good announcements from like Xbox or some other press conference, but when you're at the experience like that, actually there with fellow Sony fanboys, you know, it's so great.
Cool. Now,
and that was the only year I would give credit to Sony. Like I would debate. Most other years on content as far as who won, but last year I'm like, no, Sony won hands down.
Sony rocked it last year, but watching E3, Matt, I think you could attest to this, and you too, Brant, obviously. Watching E3 with a group of people is way better than watching it by yourself because you have someone to react with, and that's just
like awesome. Final Fantasy VII Remake, boom in your face.
Oh man, okay.
And then, like right at the end, didn't they say like Josh said in your face, and then it turned around and it said like first to PlayStation or just coming, and then it was revealed it was multi-plat or something.
Yeah, it said something like that.
That game is still at least 3 years out, so
that's crazy.
So PS5.
We'll see it on PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Okay, Nintendo news. We were talking earlier about Netflix services on PlayStation, Xbox. Well, Nintendo has changed their tune on their online service. When they first talked about it, they said if you pay for their service, you get 1 game a month. Well, now, I guess first part of news, their online service is getting pushed back. It's now coming out in 2018. The pricing structure is either $20 a year, $8 for every 3 months, or $4 for every month. But now they said that they're going to have a new subscription plan where subscribers get to download a compilation of classic titles with added online play. The examples they gave were Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario.
They did say, though, that it's actually releasing this summer. It's just not official until next year, but the limited form of it's releasing, and they said in the article it's releasing at the end of the summer.
Right. I mean, the online itself is coming, but the virtual console part isn't. All that's getting pushed back. Now, they did say, unlike the typical virtual console games, the ones that are featured in this online program will have new features added, so like online play, things like that. So it makes me wonder if there's like a standard version you buy, and then when it's on the online service, it's like special. I don't know. They kind of worded it differently. And when they asked Nintendo about the virtual console, a spokesperson came out and said, we have nothing to announce at this time. So, one other thing to announce about the Nintendo subscription service. Let's see. The subscription service is tied to your individual account, not your console. So multiple users on the system each need to pay their own subscription fee to access the internet.
They could
could
easily though, like add an update to where it like extends to your console or something, because they've linked things to consoles before.
Now Nintendo does something, because like with Xbox and PlayStation, you have like the family stuff on there. I think Sony's the same way, right, Brant? Where if one user has internet, anybody on that console can use it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Nintendo.
I will say that the difficulty.
Go ahead.
The difficulty about doing that kind of service with the Switch is one of those systems where like you don't have just one that sits on your TV. A lot of people are buying multiple Switches for their kids, for their family. It's kind of like it is a hybrid, but it's being treated by a lot of people as a portable. I know, Brant, you say you play it in portable most of the time, right?
Yeah, mainly. Yeah, like we played ARMS tonight on the if I play with someone else, it's usually on, because it's just too small if you're trying to play portable.
Yeah, but that makes me wonder then, how is this going to work? Like, on Xbox, you don't take that portably. PlayStation, you don't take that portably, so it's easy enough to be like, all of the accounts on this particular Xbox can share that internet. But with Nintendo, a lot of people have their own. What happens if you have 3 Switches in the house and only one person wants to pay that subscription service? Sure. Yeah.
That makes sense. But one thing, I'm assuming Sony is the same way, because all I know is about Xbox. It's tied to your system and your account. Like you get 2 licenses for that, for games and for online service.
Yeah, it is.
With Nintendo's like, originally, they took the games, right? When you bought them, they were locked to your system. And fans were like, no, we don't want that. We want them attached to our account. And Nintendo's like, okay, we know what you're talking about. We got it. This online service is not going to be tied to your system. It's going to be tied to your account. And people are like, no, we don't want it that way. It
needs to be tied to your account because you can migrate it between consoles,
right?
Like for a PlayStation 4 if you get a different one. So they did the right thing with that. But I like the price point.
Mm-hmm.
I think
that's $20 a month, man. Not bad. Xbox and Sony are both
kind of out
60,
of my range.
I think.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. $20 a year.
So I mean, technically, you could have 3 accounts on there for the same price as an Xbox or PlayStation account.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as people make it.
Yeah. Okay, guys, on to our third-party news. I'm going to talk about one news story and then let Brant talk about the other one. First news story is a Life is Strange prequel on the way. I was looking for PlayStation news, and over at pushsquare.com, apparently a bunch of screenshots just leaked regarding a new title from the development team Deck 9. The leaked images appear to be teasing a prequel, which will explore the relationship between Chloe and Rachel. And then Push Square went on to say, adding more fuel to the fire is Deck 9 has been working on a tool set called StoryForge, which claims it will provide unparalleled freedom for its writers, artists, and directors to tell better stories. The studio already said that it will announce its new game, a collaboration with a leading AAA video game publisher, and an acclaimed franchise at E3. So all the drawings, all the screenshots. The company's called Deck 9. Apparently, it's a company that used to be called Idle Minds. If you were on PlayStation 3, you might remember them from Pain. Brant, we played a lot of Pain.
That's the game where you like launch the people, right?
Yep.
And
it's actually pretty fun.
That game was a blast.
That was fun.
But this company changed their name to Deck 9, and now all these screenshots blasted out this week. It showed Chloe and Rachel on a train, showed Chloe in a bunch of different outfits, going from like a normal person to like her punk rock self, from who we know her as. All this stuff leaked, and if it's true, it's kind of funny because it leaked a week early.
Yeah.
Now, I really enjoyed Life is Strange. I mean, there's certain parts that I didn't really like. Matt, I think you were the same way. I think you enjoyed it, but it was just okay for you.
Yeah, it was solid. It's kind of like the same trap that any like choice-based narrative has, is that in the end you do all these different choices, but in the end you get like one of two or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
A lot of that doesn't matter.
Now it's
but It was fine.
Yeah.
I liked the concept a lot. It was really good. There was some kind of odd things that happened that I was kind of like, okay, I don't know if I'll play this again.
Sure. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm kind of glad. Well, I mean, it's a prequel. Now, it's still rumored a sequel is on the way. This news is totally separate from that because Don't Nod came out and said they are making a sequel to Life is Strange. They are actually doing one. This is totally separate from that. So there might be technically 3 Life is Strange games before, this generation's over. But, okay, Brant, the news story I want you to talk about, because we didn't get to talk about it last week.
Oh, yeah.
A little game called Far Cry 5. So
Far Cry 5.
Let our listeners
on
know,
the range.
the very few people that don't know what it is, what's going on with Far Cry 5?
Well, it's bringing how Far Cry has always been. It takes you to an exotic locale, pretty much. But this Far Cry is set in the glorious state of Montana, and a fictional city called Hope County. And in this place, there's this cult, this evil cult that is actually changing what the biblical passages, because there's this big outcry online about, they're attacking like gun owning, redneck hillbilly stuff. And I couldn't be more pumped about it, to be honest with you, because you love you some hillbillies, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love getting my shotguns and dust croppers and whatever. But what's neat about it is in this one you actually create your own character. Oh, okay. So you're not set like an Adrian Brody type guy that's just a loser guy that doesn't matter. And then they have they had these little trailers for 3 NPC protagonists that you run into, mm-hmm. and one it's really awesome because it's like a shotgun preacher-esque style. Like, okay, these guys took my congregation, they're doing all this bad stuff to them, so I'm going to go out there and become the wolf and protect them. Sure. Which is really cool. And I don't get the outcry because, like I said, I'm Christian. I don't. There are like Westboro Baptists. There are these psycho, knots of religion that are just out of control. That do evil things, and it's not really Christianity. So you can't, you have to take back the power somehow. So yeah. So I mean, it's a good setting. I think it's pretty unique. So I'm pumped for it.
Awesome, cool. But okay, before we hop into our topic of the week, I've got one more thing to bring up because we haven't mentioned this in a while. Our good section, My 2 cents, to save some money. The only thing really worth mentioning right now, the games for June for PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold have been announced. They're actually happening now. On Xbox, you get Speedrunners on Xbox One, which is all month. You get Assassin's Creed 3, which is June 1st through the 15th.
The worst one.
Backwards compatibility.
Second worst one. Revelations was terrible.
Well, and then Xbox One, you get Watch Dogs from June 16th to June 15th. And then the next backwards compatible game, you get Dragon Age Origins from June 16th through July 15th. Now, on the PlayStation side, you're getting Killing Floor 2, Life is Strange, which we just talked about, Abyss Odyssey, WRC 5 World Rally Championships, Neon Chrome, and Spy Chameleon.
And Spy. Killing Floor actually looks pretty cool because it's like a competitive online multiplayer zombie killing, so where you can go co-op.
I have a lot of things about that.
Yeah, so I've wanted to play it, so this will be my chance. And Life is Strange is, it's worth playing. Yep. So
did you ever play Life is Strange? It's a pretty good offering.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was a really good game. But okay, that's the end of the news section, and that can only mean one thing. And to that, I say, with all my might, hit it, Brant.
In the middle of the night, I've been walking in my sleep through the valley of truth, through the river so deep.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna bring my Switch with me and play it all night.
That was
in the middle of the night.
That was wonderful.
I was a little more prepared that time.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad. It was nice.
I miss trying to do the background tones.
Got some dancing, got some swinging, got some moving.
There we go.
And Matt, you were super close to your microphone. So loud.
He was blowing me out.
We could edit that down a little bit.
I didn't realize it was that.
Blowing me out.
Oh man, but as you guys know, E3, as we've mentioned multiple times, it's next week, guys. It is right there.
E3's coming up?
And actually, I believe it actually starts Saturday. I think I heard EA is on Saturday. And then Sunday is Microsoft and Bethesda.
This is all crazy. It's all over the place. What's on Monday now?
Yeah. It's insane. Monday is
Sony
Monday is just going to be Sony, Ubisoft, and EA. Or no, wait, Sony and Ubisoft. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It used to be awesome just go one day and have all this.
Yeah, that's true.
Now it's all spread out. I don't like that as much.
Yeah.
Really.
But talking about spreading things out, we're going to spread out some predictions here. And today we're doing third party. So as we mentioned, that's going to be Bethesda, EA, and Ubisoft. I figure let's do them in alphabetical order. Because originally I had them in order of how the show was going, but then I heard EA was before Bethesda, but we'll just do them alphabetical because that's how I have my predictions laid out. But because Chris isn't here, Chris did give me his predictions. So I guess we'll kick it off with his prediction for Bethesda. This was actually one of my predictions, so I had to take it off my list. But his first prediction is that Bethesda is going to announce Fallout VR for Xbox Scorpio. And it will be exclusive. I don't know if he wanted timed exclusive or non-exclusive to Xbox Scorpio. Because, I mean, Bethesda and Xbox seem to have a pretty good pairing together. I mean, they always seem to bring the content to Xbox first. So I can see them doing that with Fallout VR. But before I move on from Chris's prediction, what do you guys think about that?
It's possible. If VR is a thing, I mean, we could get to, what is it, Sunday when Microsoft's going? And they might not even announce VR. They might just say it's a super powerful system. And so if that doesn't happen, then that's totally going to wreck Bethesda, the whole Bethesda thing.
Sure.
But if VR is a thing for Microsoft, then it's possible, I think.
Yeah,
but I don't know what they would be using to implement it. They've probably been
planning this for a while now. So if it's going to be... They would probably announce it at Bethesda, like get the initial concept, and then Microsoft would show it off and like, boom, here it is, you know.
Here come the boom, ready or not. Here come the
boys from the south.
Well, Microsoft's actually going before Bethesda, aren't they? Like Microsoft's going earlier in the day, and the Bethesda's that night.
Yes.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Microsoft, at least in Eastern time, I think it's 5:00 Sunday, and Bethesda doesn't start till 9, I think.
Now that could be true because maybe Microsoft had to go before Bethesda this year because they were announcing VR in order for Bethesda to then say
maybe
Fallout VR,
that
maybe
could be cool.
Something like that.
But okay, I guess where should we go from there, Matt? I guess we'll start with you, man. What Bethesda prediction?
This was my creative one. This was my out of the box one.
Okay,
so it's kind of sad I have to do it first, but
that's okay.
Pull
it out of the box.
Bethesda has what? Like they got Wolfenstein, they got Fallout, obviously.
Yep. They got Elder Scrolls. They got
Elder Scrolls. They got a lot of those. I think it's time for something new.
Okay.
So what they do well though is first-person oriented adventure games, whether it's RPG or not. I think they're going to have an RPG type game similar to their structure, not as massive, but an RPG type game that is set in the Cold War, and it's a spy game.
Oh,
this is totally out of the box, but I would just want that game, so that's why I'm throwing it out there because I would want it.
Sure,
but it would be sweet.
Now wait, does Bethesda? I can't remember. Do they publish Dishonored?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, yeah, they did that one too.
So they could do a spy type game.
Yeah, just take Dishonored, put it in a historical era. That's
real versus the steampunk world they live in.
See, I might be the only person that's excited about that idea, but
No, it could be cool.
I think it's an awesome idea.
It could be really cool.
It's probably not realistic at all, but hey.
You never know.
I had no clue what to pick for Bethesda.
Sure. Bethesda for myself to go on down the line. I had Fallout VR on there. I've got 3 other ones. I think the one I'm going to go with, Bethesda is going to announce, I hope this is true, The Evil Within 2. The first game was really, really good. I mean, it was the first horror game in a long time that gave me chills, made me go, what? Like, there's so many parts in that game where it just like messes with your mind. I would love, because a lot of horror games over recent years, it's kind of been a trend for a while, are very action heavy. I mean, it's also action heavy in parts, but the mind trippy stuff in that is just, it's fantastic. So I think
it better than
Evil
Fear?
Within 2.
Yeah, it's probably better than Fear. It was actually really... The first part was really freaky, then it got a little off track.
Right, yeah, but that's why they could fix it in number 2. We'll see. But, okay, Brant, Bethesda. What do you got? Hit us with it.
I think Todd Howard has to, like, for his Fallout 4 presentation, that one, when it took like half the conference, I think he's going to come out, and maybe not, this won't take half, because I think the game's a little further out than where Fallout 4 was, but we got to see Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It has to be there. I mean, this is the big shot to, they have their own conference again, so bring out the big announcements, and I would say that this game probably is going to be the next logical. This is going to be a whole new engine, I would think. So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be a lot longer. They're getting a lot of flack for resting on their laurels with their in-game engine. So I think they're going to overhaul that, and it's going to be a really gritty, dark tone, like The Witcher 3 in a sense. I think they're probably going to take a lot of inspiration, because that game wiped the floor with Fallout 4 at that time. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's actually a really good prediction. And in thinking about Bethesda last year, people were like, Bethesda's having a conference? And the only reason they did it was because of Fallout 4. It was the one game. And it was such a surprise that they showed off so much of that footage, and then they showed it off in June, and it was out in November. I mean,
it was crazy.
How often do we have a major title like that be revealed for the first time and also released in the same year? Like that, it's just
Nintendo.
That's crazy. But
what does that mean though for Skyrim for the Switch? Because not that that's like a main thing to get excited about, but that was something that a lot of people were like, "Hey, cool! I'll be able to play Skyrim on my Switch." What if that releases for the Switch alongside Elder Scrolls 6? Then nobody's going to want to buy Skyrim.
That I didn't even think about that. I mean, that's a possibility. That's a good point. What do you think, Brant?
Well, I think it's still far enough away that I think they can get everything out for Skyrim before then.
Okay.
At this conference, they probably might show Skyrim running on the Switch too, to say this is coming out sooner. So maybe they'll open with that. Then they'll show something for Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, thinking about, I completely forgot Elder Scrolls Remastered came out this generation.
Yeah,
we've had so many remasters. We have BioShock and Elder Scrolls, and like it's just remaster after remaster. And we had Assassin's Creed, and it's just because the problem we're facing right now in gaming is that most companies, I mean, outside of Xbox One this generation, no other system is really backwards compatible, and so they got to find a way to bring those games forward, and also fill gaps too. But okay, Brant, we're gonna snake back around. So what do you have for a little company called EA?
For EA. Okay, under EA. Oh, so what are we covering? We're covering EA. We're going to cover Activision.
Ubisoft.
Can we have? Okay. But can we have a fourth? Because I have some really good ones
for EA.
I don't know what this falls under. What CD Projekt Red fall under?
That's a good question.
That's just like another.
Is it? You keep talking. I'll look it up. If you want to talk about CD Projekt Red, because I don't know if they're EA. Hold on.
I don't think they are. Because an easy one, it's not my official prediction, but it would be showing Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign actually running.
Yeah.
They're going to show a lot of this game since it's this year. But 2K, I think. Yeah, I don't know if 2K's. I'm just going to say this one because I'd love to see this, but I think it's about time to bring back a new BioShock.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Levine can't head it, but there's too much promise with this franchise to just let it remain dormant. So
was that EA?
I'm not sure if it's EA, but I'm just saying.
He's just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. He wants to get as many predictions in there as he can. If you have an official EA prediction that it's going to be Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay story trailer. But I want to see a new BioShock again. Yeah, because BioShock 2 wasn't Kevin Levine's game himself, but it was still an awesome experience. So it's kind of sad.
And BioShock
guys.
Infinite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, he came back for BioShock Infinite, and that was fantastic. But that game gets a lot of hate that is not well deserved. But I don't know what the setting could be. I don't know where they could go with it.
They've gone underwater. They've gone into the sky.
What if it's like hell?
I was going to say, what if they go underground? It's like mole people.
That's actually good. Or maybe through time.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, who knows?
I will say, guys, it's kind of sad. We're supposed to be in the know on this stuff, and we don't know who publishes stuff for CD Projekt Red or the company that. Or it's just oh well. But okay, my EA one. I'm going to say now this. I don't know why all mine are horror based. I think that EA will announce a new Dead Space. I don't know if it'll be a reboot or another like a Dead Space 4. I don't know, but I think that they're going to show off a new Dead Space. It won't come out this year. Maybe it'll be like next October, like 2018. But I think they'll show off a new Dead Space.
So good.
Isn't that the team though that is supposed to be working on the new Star Wars game that Amy Hennig is leading?
But with the way things are working around, that same team doesn't have to build it. EA owns the IP. They can give it to any other teams.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But, okay, Matt, EA.
Got to go with Amy Hennig's new Star Wars game. It's got to be revealed. We've been waiting on
prediction. Awesome.
We've been waiting for how many years now? Like they mentioned it in passing like 2-3 years ago or when Battlefront 1 was announced. I think it's going to be Bounty Hunter. I mean, like Star Wars Bounty Hunter was one of the most underrated games of all time, like early 2000s especially, but not all time, or at least in the Star Wars.
Dash Rendar.
No, that's isn't that Shadow of the?
That's Shadow of the Empire. Yeah.
Did you guys play Bounty Hunter where you were Jango Fett?
That was on.
I think I have it. I have it on my PS4 as a PS2 classic.
Oh, that was a great game.
It looks pretty good. Yeah.
By modern standards, that's probably like terrible, but it was great because you were Django and you had to go through the levels. Obviously, it was linear, and you're trying to track down like
he actually
took on really bad guy,
like a bounty.
Yeah, he took on contracts, and you could use your little like zip, whatever that thing was, the cord that shoots out to like trap people, whatever that cord is. You zip them up. No, but you use that thing to like wrap them around and keep them when they're alive, or you can scan them. You actually had to scan people in the environment, and like there was that, or if they were wanted dead, you could just like take them out and stuff and claim the reward. It was awesome. It was challenging. It went all over the Star Wars galaxy in really cool places. It was great.
That'd be I'm not expecting cool for this gen. Because that sounds like a good concept. It wasn't probably fleshed out at that time, but they could actually make a really deep game.
So the main point of Bounty Hunter would be that you would be a hunter of bounty?
I think so, yeah. No, I mean, well, we saw Star Wars 1313. Everybody was like reacting very positively to that. And that was around the time that the company was purchased. So I think they had to take that into consideration. And we even found out later it was going to be a Boba Fett game. That would be cool. It doesn't have to be on 13th. It doesn't have to be that game. I'd rather actually be Boba Fett exploring through the galaxy.
Sure.
That would be a lot cooler.
Cool.
But yeah, that's what I think it's going to be.
Okay, that was a really good prediction. Now I'm going to go to Chris's prediction for EA, which is extremely vague. I asked him for more details, but he wouldn't give me
a new game.
He said EA will announce that one popular franchise, not sports related, will be coming to Switch this fall. I'm like, that's so vague.
Something. Yeah, that doesn't count.
But so
Wait, didn't EA do Medal of Honor back in the day?
Yeah, they did actually. Mm-hmm.
See, that's one that like they trashed it when they tried to bring it back in 09. But with the whole World War II shooters coming back, they need to bring back Medal of Honor.
But now we've got Battlefield and Call of Duty. If they had Medal of Honor too, that'd just be.
It's almost too flooded. They have to totally revamp everything that we know.
Yeah. Medal of Honor, that was very story. I guess Call of Duty is now, but I remember that I loved about Medal of Honor was the story. But
well, let's move on to a little company called Ubisoft, and Chris is kicking it off with a decent. This one's much better than his EA prediction. How about that? So, Chris, I'm giving you props on this one. He said for Ubisoft, a Splinter Cell reboot is going to be the last surprise announcement. It will launch in 2019.
That was mine too. That was all
Splinter
ours.
Cell, boom.
Because we all won it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Sam Fisher, man.
Oh, yeah. Sam Fisher's my bro, my homie. All these years of stealth gaming, man.
Yeah, I was terrible when I first played that. For the first, I was terrible at stealth gaming, but
yeah, I love.
And by the end, I loved that series. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
I hate to do this, Matt, but what else you have for Ubisoft?
I do have others.
Okay.
I think there's going to be an Assassin's Creed game, and I think it's going to be in Egypt, and I think the lead guy is going to be named Ba Yen. I think that's. I know it's
also like Bakya or something. It was the funny thing with that game, Assassin's Creed.
You know my prediction
leaks always, and just the fact that a T-shirt with the logo, with the assassin's name, with a picture of the assassin. I mean, what probably happened? I bet Ubisoft was making those shirts to give out at the conference, or during on the E3 show floor, and someone took a picture of it. It's like, oh my gosh.
No, but I do have a real one.
Okay.
They're going to bring, although it basically what you guys just said kind of wrecked me. I was going to say, as my backup to Splinter Cell, which I really think they're going to bring back, how about bringing back Brothers in Arms to gain the popularity of Old War?
Okay.
I mean,
a lot of people hold that game in high regards.
Mm-hmm. It was good. I mean, I played the first one, and at the time it was good. That and Medal of Honor, I felt like when they were first released, did a lot better job of a single-player adventure in a World War II setting than Call of Duty did. But then Call of Duty, when Call of Duty 2 came out for the 360, did a much better job, and then Call of Duty took over with the Modern Warfare stuff. But, man, Brothers in Arms was great because it was a lot like Star Wars Republic Commando, except in a World War II setting.
Brant, have you noticed everything Matt tells us always goes back to Star Wars?
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
Okay.
Commando was awesome though.
Okay. Well, that was a good prediction. I like that. My Ubisoft, I'm actually going to bounce off your jokey Assassin's Creed one, because we all know Assassin's Creed's coming. We all know it. We all know it's going to be set in Egypt. But I think with the relationship that Ubisoft has with Microsoft lately, I think that they're going to have timed exclusive content for Assassin's Creed, because they did this with Syndicate. So I think they're going to have timed exclusive content for the new Assassin's Creed on Xbox. And when they show off the game, when they talk about the game at all these press conferences and all this different stuff, it's going to be on Scorpio. They're going to show the best version of the game running on Scorpio with Xbox timed exclusive. They're going to make you think Xbox is the place to play Assassin's Creed.
Now, what is that timed exclusive? Like a bow and arrow that you get?
Right. I mean, most of the time, it'll probably be like a bonus mission, kind of like it'll be something that doesn't really affect the story that much, kind of like how Assassin's Creed 3 had the reign of George Washington, or what, like it was like a dream sequence. Yeah. It wasn't real. I think they're gonna do the same thing with that. It'll be like a major chunk of the story. But
like pyramid exploration?
But it won't be, maybe like, I don't know, it'll be like King Tut, or, who knows, it'll be something it'll be something
the Sphinx
that will be exclusive to Xbox, like a story piece, but it won't affect the overall main story of the game.
Just imagine this. Imagine them all of a sudden going in an Assassin's Creed game, going Team Ico, and there's this giant Sphinx that's like marching through, and you have to climb up on it and take it out in certain areas. That'd be cool.
Well,
Dude, awesome.
That would be actually pretty cool. But I would say, being Assassin's Creed and you're in a computer simulation anyway, they could have the DLC changed to another time period. It wouldn't really matter. It wouldn't make
That's
much
true.
sense.
They already did that in the
could do
last two, didn't they?
Yeah, they've done
did
stuff
the,
like that. I mean, they've jumped in time before. So,
Yeah.
But you never know. Okay, Brant. Last prediction of the show for Ubisoft.
For Ubisoft.
What do you got? That'd be great. Because we're all
The one
depending-
the Aisha Woods or whatever comes out, or whatever
Oh
her
my
name
gosh.
is.
And Just
I
Dance.
think I have a good one. Yeah, that's a given. I can't go with that. Going back to EA though, where I had a good one here.
What if they made a game where you were a tailor and you made clothes and it was called Just Pants?
Just overall.
Oh my gosh.
No. EA, I'm going to make official EA one here. Oh, Wolfenstein. How could I forget?
Oh, yes.
No, that's
I had that.
Bethesda,
I had that as a prediction too.
Well,
and
that
I didn't say
Bethesda.
it.
I meant Bethesda.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah. But that's a given.
See, dude, you're jumping all over the place. You got
I
CD
know,
Projekt Red. You got.
No, okay.
Oh my gosh,
It's
okay.
It's time to show this game at Ubisoft.
Okay.
People have been hyping up Beyond Good and Evil 2
Oh.
will be playable, and it will come out sooner than everybody thinks.
Okay.
And it's gonna be on Switch.
I never got the hype for this game, but people really want it and are diehard about the series. So, yeah. And who knows? It might be just a Switch exclusive.
I'll see the rumors floating around. Switch exclusive.
But
tell you what.
I think it will be multi-platform.
Yeah.
It's just me.
I tell you what,
They
Mirror's Edge Catalyst really kind of made me start to look at these, the bringing back sequels or something like that to these classic games in a new light, because Catalyst was not very good.
The thing that bothered me about Catalyst, I was super pumped for that. But the problem with the only thing that bothered
the
me
hype for that was crazy.
about the first Mirror's Edge, it ended on this cliffhanger. It just wasn't a good ending, right? Mirror's Edge Catalyst, I played through it. The story was better, but it ended on the exact same terrible ending because it's a reboot. I'm like, my mind was blown. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It was, oh man, it was, I was so mad. But, okay, guys, just quick fire, because normally we ask the question, what does company, whatever, have to do 23? Well, this isn't company, this isn't about a console, right?
I think we need one more prediction.
I figure we can each do more predictions just because we have the time.
One more,
Brant, you've been throwing so many extra ones out. You just pull them out of your pockets, raining them down like money. So, what do you got?
I got a few.
No. This is like my most anticipated game of like the next 5 years.
Go for it.
But I think CD Projekt Red is going to show off Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
And I don't know. It might just be a trailer, but it's going to be in depth and it's going to be amazing. This is going to be like a revolution in gaming.
Are they going to Shenmue us? It'll be like, here's a trailer. Now pay us.
No,
God,
Kickstarter.
no.
It wasn't even a
Kickstarter,
trailer.
pay
It
us
was
now.
just a.
It was
Was it a
a
Shenmue?
concept, right? I mean, it was just
Yeah,
I thought
Sony
it was just
purchased
like the
the
name.
rights, and then they said you can fund it if you get enough money. We'll publish it.
I still can't believe they did that.
They got the funding.
Yeah,
How's
they
it-
did get the
Yeah,
fund.
like
It was like
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Have we heard any updates on it? Like, are they actually finding success?
Nope. Oh well.
We probably won't hear anything. That's another game we won't hear for the next 3
Okay.
years. But
So it was.
yeah,
What was it? Cyber.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
It's going to there. It's been like they announced in 2013, I think,
Okay.
that they were working on something like this. So, they have to have something done. So
I've got another one. This is going on Rockstar. I'm going to say they're going to announce LA Noire,
Noire
2.
Oh, I guess.
I hope.
nice.
That would be great. Although they were working on another game, which never happened, and of course they're working on.
They're still working on Agent for
Red Dead.
PlayStation.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Still working on. There's also rumors that Bully is getting made too, but I'm gonna stick to my guns and say L.A. Noire 2.
Yeah, I don't see that
That'd be
happening,
tough
but
to
that
do,
would.
though.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's a wishful
It'd
thinking.
be awesome.
Yep.
Okay, Matt. One
You
more.
have to do it
What
with
do you
like
got?
a new protagonist and a new setting or something,
Yeah.
maybe earlier era. But oh gosh, I had a couple different ones. So like, here's the thing. I want a Star Wars. Going back there, Star Wars Republic Commando sequel. I would love that, but that will never come.
Yeah, another underrated title.
Yeah, I think when I look at it, like I just want something new. And when I say that, I want an adventure or an RPG, which is kind of your primary single player games. But I want a new setting. I want somebody to create a new setting. Because like if you look at it, most settings for open world or whatever games are either sci-fi space or they're medieval fantasy, right? Think about all the games that fall under that umbrella. If they're not that, they're like current times or like superheroes in current times. There's post-apocalyptic, which is big. And then there's the new cyberpunk and steampunk, which have been around for a little bit. But they're starting to be overdone. But there's nothing else. Like I want a whole new setting. Like give me a historical era we've never explored, like the Age of Exploration. Give me a Sid Meier's Pirates done in the style of Black Flag, except beyond just the Caribbean, where you explore the world and you can take over territories. Give me a
what's the two explorers that went out west for the first time?
Oh, I mean,
yeah,
well,
Lewis and Clark.
well, yeah, you could do a story on Lewis and Clark. I mean, Christopher Columbus. You could do Ferdinand Magellan circling around the world.
Oh yeah,
Or even do something crazy.
The awesome Jared Petty came up with this idea. Do a Toontown open world game.
That would be
How awesome would that be?
That. That would be great. And then the other one I had was, what about a historical era that totally gets messed up? Like, what about alien invasion in ancient Greece? Boom.
Oh, okay.
That would
Kind
be
of like Cowboys versus Aliens, right?
yeah. Well, maybe. But what if like if you're in ancient Greece and the politics of ancient Greece, but there's like alien technology? Because there was say there was an alien invasion several years before, and now they've kind of merged and they've blended, not invasion, but maybe they've settled and the technology has been brought down or something. That would be an interesting.
That would be cool.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, guys.
I do have one more.
I got this phone call. I think it's coming in from Chris. He said he has one more prediction.
Oh man.
His prediction. He is going to watch E3. He's going to say that a game is utter garbage or complete trash.
Oh,
then he will play it.
Just one game?
And he will love it. And then he will have to eat his words, but he will still say hashtag Chris was right. That game is utter garbage. It's trash. And then he's going to play it, and his tune's going to change. He's going to pull a total Overwatch from something at this year's E3.
I told you.
Thank you for calling in, Chris. That was a great prediction. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, Matt, should you have one more to finish us off? Let's tie these things up. What do you got?
This is another dream. I would love to see somebody do this. It's more of like an arcade style game. Could be top down, could be very, very basic. Somebody could do it as like a bigger title, maybe a medium level team. But I got it. It's called The Other Guy. And the whole point of this game is it's in a superhero world, and it's kind of like that show that came out called Powerless.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like
I know
that.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's in a superhero world and all this stuff is happening, but you're like a janitor or you're somebody else, and like you have to make decisions on like to clean up, and all of a sudden maybe you mop this floor, and making that decision caused the bad guy in a fight to slip and help them get saved. Like you have to make strategic decisions as a normal person in a superhero world to save the world from behind the scenes. That would be neat.
That's deep.
Puzzle game.
Yeah. Although there was a game on, because you said The Other Guy in superhero, I was thinking of that PlayStation game.
Yeah, that's
called The Other Guy, where you're a superhero. I thought you were going with a joke with
that.
It
was like this really basic
top down. Yeah. Greg Miller talked about it all the time. But okay, guys, those are our predictions for third-party stuff. What do you guys want to see from EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Rockstar, all these companies, let us know. You can hit us up on Facebook and on Twitter at Life of Gaming Pods. Make sure to reach out to us there. If you're watching the audio, if you're listening to the audio version on iTunes, SoundCloud, or the Google Play Store, make sure to subscribe or rate us, write us a comment. That would be awesome. A review, we would love it. 5 stars are preferred. But if you're listening to the audio version, make sure to check out the video version on our YouTube page. Just go on YouTube, type in Life of Gaming. You should be able to find our beautiful faces. So make sure to check that out. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the Xbox group, Life of Gaming. Make sure to check that out. I'm trying to think if there's any other house clean things. Find us on Mixer. We got a Life of Gaming Mixer page. We got a Life of Gaming Twitch page. We don't use them that often, but they're there if you guys want to follow us. That's a ringing recommendation right there. As for myself, if you want to find me, Twitter, Twitch, Mixer, Xbox, Switch, everywhere. Jamester0722. If you're watching the video version, it is around my head. I can't remember if it's above me or below me. It's on the screen somewhere. But Brant, if people want to find you and follow you, and your beard, and
please follow me.
And your posts.
I need more friends.
Where can they find you?
You can follow me at @MinusTheBrant, MinusTheBrant, and
no
that's my PSN name. Oh yeah, I forgot. They're taking away. Everything's taken.
Sure.
I'm left here in an empty home. No, but yep, that's it.
Brant's sitting in like a completely empty room on like one little lawn chair, and he's got his computer sitting on his lap. It's all gone.
It's all gone. They took it all away from me. They will never take my PlayStation.
Okay, awesome. And Matt, if people want to follow you on Twitter and all those places, and people want to game with you, where can people find you, man?
At Twitter, I'm at cpunkrocko7. I'm almost never posting, but every now and then I retweet something. So yeah, there's that. X Mighty Matt 14X on Xbox, and it's the same on Switch, but I forget how. Don't you have to do friend codes on Switch?
It depends. Yeah. Like it's very strange how that works, but okay. As for Chris,
there's that. Oh
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I can be found. I think Chris is found outside your window staring at you,
right?
And Josh is in the other window, so I'm gonna be in the ceiling looking down through the hole.
Thank you. That's kind of creepy, but. Okay.
We live on.
Now, if you do want to find Chris, he's not here tonight. You may be celebrating and saying, yeah, he's gone. But if you enjoy Chris's rants, if you enjoy Chris's time on the show, you want to follow him, you can find him everywhere at NeoLego. And I suggest you do so. But that is it for this week's show. We hope you enjoyed it. Matt, we hope you had a good time coming back.
It's great having you back,
man. It's been a long time.
Sorry, I rambled on and on there about weird ideas. But hey,
that's okay. That's what we brought you on for, man. Someone had to fill Chris's shoes. Buff. That's right. But next week is the week of E3. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do for next week's show because we have all our predictions out of the way. So stick around. What I think we may be doing, just because it's the week of E3, maybe talking about our favorite E3 memories of past E3s. Because there's a lot of great moments, bad moments. We're just going to be talking about that, bringing that stuff up. So while you're watching E3 that week, you can kind of remember the past. It should be a good time. But make sure to check that out. But as for this episode, in this wonderful week, our wonderful E3 predictions are over. So for that, I say, we are out.
Bye.
Later.
We hope you enjoyed this content from the Life of Gaming. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe down below. You can also catch our weekly podcast every Sunday on iTunes, SoundCloud, and the Google Play Store. You can find us on Twitter at Life of Gaming Pod and on Facebook. Until next time, we are out.